is Daddy1424.
This is Nexus.
And we are the MediaPurchaseGuide.com.
That's right, that's right.
So first things first, guys, we have Season 4 finale for you guys. We're going to be entering Season 5. Make sure you like, subscribe, and leave some comments down below.
That's right, that's right. We're going to bring some new things. We're not going to get into that right now. Right now we're focusing on something else, and that's the AverMedia capture card that we had received, that we got.
For specs and more detail regarding that, make sure to check out our unboxing of the AverMedia.
That's right.
Today is the review and how to use it, more particularly pertaining with a Mac, because we had a lot of problems with that. PC, pretty straightforward.
Exactly. Overall, the product has been very good, but it has had some downs along with the ups. You know, but PC, first thing, as Daddy mentioned, it actually is pretty straightforward on the PC. Not a lot of problems or anything like that. But let's talk a little bit more Mac, because I think that's just important.
Exactly. And we'll get to that in a second. I just want to quickly mention to you guys, the AverMedia is here. It is quite a solid product. It does come with the remote control, allowing you to record remotely, and the features that are built into it are great. It allows you to record up to 1080i, not 1080p. That's important to know.
Yep, that's right.
So, go ahead.
Yeah, no, one thing I did want to point in as well is that it actually is very easy to use in regards to the built-in software and so on. A lot of customization of functions within it. It's just more getting it out to the computer, which is what we'll talk about now.
One of the first things we had, actually before we get to that, we had a problem, and I want to mention it because I know you encountered this and you fixed it, was when we put in the hard drive, we had a formatting issue.
Yeah.
If you remember that, with the write speed.
Yeah,
so Nexus actually had to go in there, and I'll let you explain what you have to do quickly.
Sure. For anyone who gets it now, you expect that when you plug it in, if you read the instruction manual for when you do plug it in, it does say you plug in your USB drive, boot it up, and it'll automatically auto-format. This is not the case always. We did have a regular hard drive, a portable hard drive, and a USB drive. We tried both, and it didn't work either time. We had to go in and manually format it. So if you go in and there's not a good support number for AverMedia. There's really not.
There's none. It's an online support because they're located, I believe, in Taiwan or something like that. Yeah.
So there's not really good support there. So we had to go in and we just found where you have to auto-format, and we auto-formatted it. Once that was done, away you went. But it did throw us in a bit for a loop because the instructions tell you one thing, and it did something completely different.
Exactly. Anyways, guys, so let's go ahead and talk about the Mac compatibility and what exactly this brings to the table, how complex it is. So first and foremost, when you go ahead and record your file, you'll put your USB, you'll format it, you'll record the file, and then you'll say, okay, I'm ready to use it. One of the first things I want to tell you is when you connect it to your Xbox 360, it will natively automatically detect at the highest resolution you're good to go.
That's right.
So in terms of the Xbox 360, it seems to be a little bit easier. Yeah. However, with the PS3, that's not the case. The PS3, you have to, actually, do you want to tell what you have to do, or?
No, go ahead. You mention it. I'm just going to stay here and shake my head.
Yeah, you have you have to actually set it up. So your output for your video and audio are set basically with the AV components. Once that's done, you also want to select the resolution at which they're done. I highly recommend not putting 420 as an option and only selecting 720p and 1080i.
That's right.
Now keep in mind that when using the Mac product, iMovie does not allow for 1080i files, only 1080p.
Yeah, keep that in mind.
So really you're going to be coming down to 720. So if you only want to select off 720, kudos to you for doing that.
Yes, sir.
So once you record that file, you're going to pop it in here. It will recognize the drive. Then you're going to take that file, drag it on over. Now, once you drag it over to the Mac, excuse me, guys, it's not going to natively work because the file is H.264. If you buy programs like QuickTime, which we did, we spent $29 on, which allow you to convert files to the appropriate, which would be MPEG or MP4, which will allow you to work with iMovie. That won't work either because the codec won't allow the image to pop in properly.
That's right. Now, one thing to point out with that is that we actually did call Apple Tech Support when we were getting the problems initially. And this is what they recommended to do. We told them exactly the product we had. We told them the file and the codecs that we're using was an MPEG-4, MP4, H.264 file.
They recommended us to buy QuickTime.
Exactly. They said it worked no problem. After we bought it, nothing. So
we ended up getting a refund. Keep in mind, once you buy that QuickTime, there's a very limited refund policy. If you buy it online, there's no refund policy. So I had an exception made to give me that refund because I called Apple in advance. And that's something to note as well. Once you do what I recommend you do, instead of getting QuickTime and spending that $29, if you go to AverMedia's website, they actually have support drivers and that kind of stuff listed there. One of the things they have listed is a conversion kit for the Mac that's available on the App Store. And I have it actually downloaded here. I don't know if you can see it, guys, but it's actually at the bottom here. It's called WandTube. Now, because you can't see it, and the other one is beside it, that's Conversion Lite.
Well, you say I'll bring it up to them so they can take it.
So that is called WandTube.
There's WandTube.
And that's the one that AverMedia suggests. The other one that you can that's available on the App Store is called, I believe, it's Master Conversion or Conversion Master. Yep. And in any case, you can also download that one. Once you have one of these programs, it's pretty straightforward from there. You open the program, and essentially, when you open it, I'll show you what it looks like here at the same time. You're going to select that. First of all, let me just kind of just show you guys up close here. You'll drag the file into here. Once you do that, it will say, what do you want to format for? You're going to choose MP4. Then you're going to go to options, and this is the hugely important part because otherwise you're going to get really low quality, is you're going to select on your resolution to go all the way down to 1280 by 720. That's 720p. In any case scenario, when you do that, then you'll hit convert. It will convert the file into a 720p file, and then it'll be good to go. You import it into iMovie, do what you need to do with it, do a voiceover, export it back onto the hard drive, upload it to YouTube. If you don't follow this step, and this is both in this version and a conversion light, you can hit the options and change it to 1280 by 720, then you're not going to get the high resolution file, and you get the problem that I ran into was I uploaded it and I had it at 320p and I had to pull that down and had to adjust it and so forth. Exactly. So make sure that you have that selected. Once you do that, pretty straightforward. You're good to go. Your AverMedia can capture the 720p image right off the screen, and of course the software is not an issue. Download it here, get it all set up, you're good to go. That's right. PC, straightforward.
Easy, pretty easy as pie. You hook it up and it works through Windows Media, or if you have any other programs, it'll work through that as well. It actually is pretty straightforward. So.
Nice thing about PC, guys, is you don't have to buy a conversion kit to convert the file format. You have actually your extensions. You can do that back end. So if it comes to the H.264 and you need to convert it, you can just go ahead and change the extension on that to MP4 or whatever you want to do.
Whatever you need, so, and away you go.
But this has been a rundown on how to use your AverMedia capture card with your MacBook Pro. Get those programs, do what I said, and you will have a successful video to upload to YouTube.
That's right. Now, a couple things to note before we close out today. Number one is that we are not, this is not just the only, yeah, exactly, see? That's us. It's not the only capture card we're getting, though. We are going to be getting an Elgato one as well. Yeah. The reason we didn't get the Elgato for the Mac product is that while it does work and things like that, we want to try different things.
We also have to have higher specifications for the Elgato. One thing to mention as well for that, guys.
Actually, very good point.
Yeah, exactly. You have to have, I don't remember off the top of my head here, I think 2 gig of RAM and, no, 4 gig of RAM.
4 gig of RAM and 2 gigahertz
2 gigahertz processor. So for those of you who have a lower end MacBook, like I have a MacBook Air, that's not going to work as well. You need to have one of the high end MacBooks. I'm talking like the 13-inch Retina display, Pro, like the high end ones, and those are the more expensive ones. So if you don't have those qualifications, you can't get the Elgato. The Elgato is a little bit better. It does have the HD on it. You're going to get the full 1080p. But 1080p to 720p, you're not really going to notice that.
Not too much.
So, but we are going to both great.
Yeah, but we are going to get it. We are going to test them both. So keep watching in our next season. We're going to have a comparison video to see how they look. I think we should give kind of a final thought on the AverMedia, a score. Maybe not a score, but like a review. What do you think?
Final thought on the AverMedia is to AverMedia themselves. Thumbs up for the software, for the hardware. Okay. For the support, thumbs down.
Not easy to use.
The software with the Mac, thumbs down. Once you figure out what you're doing, thumbs up. So all in all, guys, it's like a 50-50 split.
It's a thumbs up with an asterisk. Exactly. And I would actually agree entirely. It is a thumbs up with an asterisk, actually. I think that's perfect. It's as either A, as long as you have all the proper codecs and programs running already, or if you're tech savvy enough, or like us, where we were told one thing and then we had to figure it out on our own.
If you watch this video, you will love the AverMedia because you will know what to do.
You already know, and we helped you.
And if you don't know what you're doing, and you're like me, and you spend the first 40 minutes trying to figure out what the F is going on, okay, and why it's not working, it's going to piss you off, and you're not going to like the AverMedia. But if you follow this video, the step-by-step instructions,
he's a little angry.
We help you get through it. And you're going to love your AverMedia, and you're going to record your games, and you're going to have fun. You're going to put them out there on YouTube, and the community is going to love it, just like they always do, because Daddy1424 said so, and that's the bottom line. And no, I did not just steal that from Stone Cold. I apologize if I did. No copyright infringement, please. That's pretty much it, guys. AverMedia, CA21. The
C281, that's right. C281. Threw me off there. I'm like, what the hell numbers are you throwing at me here?
All in all, for the season finale, guys, at season 4, catch us in season 5. We'll see you on the flip side. This is Daddy1424.
This is Nexus.
Peace. Love.
Take care and have a good one.